Alright, so today we're going to be testing out Suna AI. So this is going to be interesting. And also I'm trying to figure out this new live stream software that I'm using. So let's see how this goes. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's try it out. I'm just going to rename the stream right now. Let's see what we get back. Be with you in a sec. Let's check that's actually working on YouTube. Oh, I'm actually live. I'm amazed. Alright, it's working perfectly. Beautiful. So today what we're going to be looking at is Suna AI. And Suna is essentially, if I pull up the notes right here, it's essentially like a, from what I've seen, kind of like a Manus or a deep agent sort of replacement, you know, similar to Genspark and that sort of thing. One of the biggest differences is it's open source as well, so we'll test out the GitHub and that sort of thing. So you can see it's 100% open source. It's available on GitHub. If you want all the video notes from today, just let me know, and you can join the AI Profit Boardroom, and we have all the details inside the classroom right there. But I'm just going to be testing out and seeing if it's any good, seeing how it performs and everything else, and then we shall go from there, my friends. If this is working for you, then just let me know in the comments so I can make sure it's actually working and actually give you something useful and of value. I don't want to mess this up because I'm testing out this new live stream, essentially. So we're going to get straight into this. Oh, I see what I need to do. I need to make it public on YouTube. That's what we need to do. Alright, I think we're streaming on YouTube now. Yeah. There we go. There we go. And let's just check it's actually working. I'm interested to know if anyone watching this has actually checked out Suna yet. And if so, how's it been so far? So let me know in the comments if this is working for you. But it should be all good to go now, I think. I think we're good to go on the stream. Alright, let's test this bad boy out. So how do we get started? I think we have to, I mean, number one, it's got like some demos on the website and that sort of thing. I'm just going to allow that. And then what we have to do, I believe, is download it on GitHub to start using it. Let's click on Hire Suna, see what happens next. We'll continue with Google, log in with Google, see if that works. Can we just use it directly inside the dashboard? Oh, that's great. So we don't even have to use... Yeah, we don't even have to use GitHub. I might install it in a second. I'll show you how to do that. But it seems pretty simple and easy to do. Alright, cool. So just log in with Google once you've tested this out, and then you can go from there. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm actually going to just run some prompts from the AI Profit Boardroom and see how it performs, right? So it's kind of like a super agent similar to Manus or Genspark, if you've seen my other videos on that. And essentially we're going to run similar prompts from Genspark and Manus and just see how they perform, alright? So if we go into the AI Profit Boardroom notes, let's see what we can use. Alright, let's try this one. Pretty simple. Research Julian Goldie and create an SEO agency website for him. Right. So we'll go inside here, and then we're going to paste this in. You can attach files, it looks like, send messages. Again, this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm not an expert at Suna by any means, but I'm interested to see what the hype is about. So let's see what we get back. Alright, so it's looking up good old James Dooley up there. Look at that. Oh, interesting. So you can see the web scrape here, how it's working. It's looking at juliangoldseo.com, failed at that. Let's open the URL. Why is it scraping websites that don't work? Interesting. Alright, this is in the initial planning. Web scrape operation failed. How would it X off that? There we go. So you can sort of see what it's doing. You can copy a link. Let's have a look here. So if we copy that link, we can share that with other people, I think. So you can share the conversation you've actually had. And then does that update in real time if we share it? Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So you can actually share the real-time conversation with other people. By the way, I'll just put this inside the notes. Over here. Alright, so if you want to see an example of the outputs, I'm just going to share those notes inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And then let's get back to it. Alright, so it's like, right, I'm going to create a to-do list. Here's what we're going to do. Analyze this, create some nice little checkpoint for each part of the project. As you can see right here, so you got, like, for example, the research phase, website planning, website development, testing and development. I quite like the outputs of the project. That's pretty nice to start with. It seems to fail on some of the research it does. So you can see web scrape operation failed at the bottom there. And then it's just going through and doing its magic here. So some of it's working, some of it's not. But this is pretty crazy as well, because you're building this out for free. Like, I haven't put my credit card details into this or anything else. What I'm also tempted to do in the meantime, whilst it's just running this report, is I might run this inside terminal as well and install it locally and just see if that works as well. I don't know if it's going to work, because I'm not that great on terminal, to be honest with you. By the way, if you have any comments as we go through, just feel free to shout out and ask any questions you have. Happy to help. Just post inside the chat there. Some people saying the audio has an echo. Let me try and change the audio settings here. One sec. I believe he's downloaded on Git. I believe he's downloaded on Git. That might be better. Let's test this out. The audio is so bad. I'm listening to the replay in the background. How do we get this fixed? Testing. Let's try that. Alright, we're going to ask Claude how to fix this echo. Oh, I think it's better now. Yeah, perfect. Alright, Claude saves the day. Let's get back to it. Oh, Suna's just let me down. Look at that. We're currently performing maintenance on our systems. Literally just totally failed. Oh, nightmare. On a live stream as well, huh? What are we doing? Alright, let's try and install it locally. One sec. Alright, now we can get back into it. So, just going to take the GitHub date here, and then I'm going to say, right, tell me how to install this in terminal locally on Mac. Just get the instructions. Once I figure out what the instructions are to insert properly into terminal, I'll put them inside the AI Profit Boardroom notes. So let's test this out. So a pretty good way to just install local apps like this, you know, especially if the desktop has just stopped working, which it has in the middle of the live stream, kind of annoying. Then just paste to GitHub into Claude, and then usually it will give you the instructions. Usually the instructions kind of like, they require a bit more back and forth, but you know, you get the point. So we're going to keep going now. And you can see it's installing inside terminal there. So let's see where we're up to. It's just installing Homebrew now. Suna is still down. I wonder if they've posted on Twitter about it. Cortex AI. Let's have a look. Yeah, they haven't mentioned that they're going down for maintenance, but it seems to be down. Let's go back into terminal now. David says, what's the platform called? So it is called Suna. You can go to suna.so, or you can get the GitHub, github.com/cortex-ai/Suna. If this doesn't work in a sec, I'm just going to go back to the home page and see if we can go back to the dashboard. Yeah, it's down. Look at that. Alright. I don't know what I'm supposed to show you here. We're waiting for the terminal to install. That'll take a little while. In the meantime, we can look at some demos. Tempted to ask them when they're going to be back up. Let's take a little screenshot and ask him. Great, screenshot doesn't go in. Let's just get the desktop and we'll attach it manually. There we go. Alright, so that is down. Terminal is installing. I'm going to put that on a separate tab just so I can monitor it. And then let's go back over to the demos right here, see what it can do. Very similar to Manus, isn't it, basically? Some people asking, is it faster than Manus? So we can compare it side by side. If we go to Manus over here, we'll run exactly the same prompt. So we'll copy that, and then we'll go over to Manus. Hit get started, plug this in, hit enter. And see what we get. This happened to me with, I was using Abacus AI as well, the deep agent. And literally you could only do like 2 prompts. And then with this, you know, we've tested it once and it stopped working. Not ideal. So this seems to be in real time. Usually these demos are like sped up, but this actually seems to be in real time, which is useful. So we'll compare it to Manus to see what we get. One thing I do like about Suna is the fact that you get this nice little to-do list. Like it's a really nice sort of plan of what they're gonna do inside the project, whereas you don't get that inside Manus from what I can see. Right, so it would just go straight into coding. So let's go back to Suna, have a look at the demo. We'll compare the outputs as well in a sec. Tell you what as well, we'll put these side by side. So I'm going to put Manus over here. And then we've got Suna over here. Some people saying it's really good for coding and making websites. Let's see. So you can see basically what this tool is doing, Suna, is it is basically going through the internet, browsing the web, looking through different websites, etc. and just gathering data, right? And the original prompt was analyze the market for my next company in the healthcare industry located in the UK. Give me the major players, market size, strengths, weaknesses, etc. Right? So that's running through now. But this is just a demo because Suna is down for me, right? Whereas if you go onto Manus, so we're comparing Manus over here. Manus is running through the browser. Studio says Suna is impressive, but someone will be better by tomorrow. That's literally the way it goes. It's crazy for that. Everything changes so fast. It's insane. Seems like Manus is getting stuck here. Let's have a look. I mean, it's crazy how similar they are, right? Like when you compare them side by side, it's like it's kind of hard to tell which one is which, right? So this is Manus, this is Suna, and they're both doing similar things here, which is like browsing the web, doing the research, looking through, updating the plan, etc. What's interesting as well is like how they can both navigate through pop-ups and clicks and that sort of thing. So it doesn't seem like they get stopped now when they scan through websites and scrape. Jay Simon saying, dare we say they cloned Manus, super similar. It is interesting. It is interesting. I mean, the fact as well is like, they're both... well, so Manus is not open source, but Suna is fully open source, right? So we're just installing that in the background right now. Actually, that's installed homebrew now, so we can move to the next step. So now we're going to set up Supabase CLI. We'll copy that. I think we've already done homebrew, which is great. And then after that, we need to configure the backend environment and edit the env. I wonder if do we actually need Supabase? Interesting. I'm going to say, but can I just use it without? Nah, you can't. Alright. Alright. So you can see here you need tons of different login details. For example, if you want to run this locally, you need Supabase, then you need Redis, then you need Daytona, Anthropic, and optional or recommended. You also need Firecrawl, Rapid, and Tavily. It is not an easy one to set up. Let's just say that. And then it says, hello from Supabase, please press enter to open browser and log in automatically. Okay, so we've got to enter the verification code on Supabase CLI to authorize the login details. I'm just going to do that in a new tab. Probably shouldn't open that up in a live stream. All right. All right, so we're logged into Supabase now. Now what do I need to do? So if we go back to, we're gonna have to delete that access token as well after. Great. All right. So we've set up Supabase, we've set up Redis, we've set up the repository. Now we need to configure the backend environment. I wonder if you can configure that in the once you've actually opened it up. Can I configure? Or is it going to have to be set up via the ENV? Alright, we'll have to set up the ENV. Okay, let's copy that. Then I just got a error code. We'll have to create a ENV manually as well. That is a lot of work to set up, to be fair. It's not as easy as... Yeah, that's not working either. So that's down. This is pretty difficult and complicated to set up on the back end. For Suna. So that might be it, my friends. We might call it a day there. And you can see the demo is still running. So it's still pretty slow, but I mean, even Manus is slow. Look at that, it's still going now. And that's just for a basic report. I'd still say that Genspark is winning here. If we go on to Genspark, we'll run exactly the same prompt. It seems to be a lot faster when you run Genspark. When I've done, you know, similar things in the past. So if we go to home on Genspark, get rid of that pop-up. Plug that in. Oh, it looks like I can get back into Suna now. Is it working? Please tell me it's working. Hey, we're back in. We're back in the game. We've hit the monthly usage limit. Alright, well at least we're back on, so that's good. That's good news. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade the plan. I'll take the hit for you. So I'm going to pay the price just so you can see what it's like, alright? So it looked like we can get 10 responses per month, but we use that all up inside the chat from what I could see. So I'm going to upgrade now to 20 per month and just see how that goes. I mean, there's not much you could do with 10 minutes a month, right? Let's be honest. So let's upgrade now and we'll see how that goes. Definitely would not recommend using... unless you're super technical and you've got all the login details already, it's a lot of work setting up the GitHub manually. Like, you've got to have logins for Daytona, Redis, Claude, etc. So I'm actually going to shut that down because it's just, you know, it's taking too long. It's too much work. So instead, what we're going to do here is I'm just going to delete my Superbase access token in the background in case someone sneaky watching this live stream tries to take it. And then I'm going to upgrade in the background to the Pro plan. Alright, so that gives us 2 hours, private projects, team functionality, etc., which is coming soon. I also like the fact you can share this with your team. That could be useful too. So let's upgrade here and see what it's like. Taking ages to load that. Why is it? Do I have to allow pop-ups? Alright, allow. Let's try that again. Can we upgrade? There we go. Alright. Man, I've got so many subscriptions. It's just madness. So I'm just upgrading in the background. We'll see what that's like in a sec. There we go, we've upgraded now. First thing I do, you know, with any of these tools, by the way, if you ever like struggling and that sort of thing, is it's just cancel on Stripe. Oh, it's not even letting me. Why can't I cancel? That is madness. Look at that. Error creating checkout session. And it says I've already used 28 minutes this month, which is weird because I've literally just upgraded. Alright, mate. So I'm going to close out. We'll close all of this down. I'm going to close that. Alright. Apparently we've used 10% of the usage even though I just upgraded a minute ago. And it doesn't look like I can downgrade. Right, so just be wary of that because it doesn't seem like it's going to let you cancel the subscription plan, which is weird because it's got my card details in there. I don't like that. Alright. It's good that you see this stuff live stream. This is all the stuff I can't really show on YouTube normally because it just wouldn't make a good video. But I think it's good when you see this on a live stream because then you know, right, okay, this is what it looks like. So, put that on the to-do list for later. Cancel Suna SO when it actually starts working. And then from here, we're going to go to add a new agent. And then from here, we'll describe what we want. So if we go back to this agent over here, what's it doing? Oh, it's just totally broken, isn't it? We've already upgraded, but it's telling me to upgrade again. I'm going to say, okay, keep going. Is it going to tell me to upgrade again? We've already upgraded, mate. Look at that. So I've already put my payment details in. You can see inside the bill in here, I've paid $20 for this plan. But inside the chat, it doesn't recognize that. So it seems like super buggy. I mean, you can see how long it takes to load that page. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's, for anyone watching, if you're wondering what this is called, it's called Suna SO. There's a lot of hype about it on Twitter and stuff like that, but just from what I've seen so far, you know, it's already shut down for maintenance halfway through the stream, then came back up. I can't seem to cancel the plan. I've already upgraded, but it's saying the usage limit has been reached. Let's start a new chat and we'll just start again. We'll just start again from scratch, right? So I'm going to say inside here, Let's take an example prompt that we used for Genspark previously. So I'm just going to take this one again. We'll go back into Suna and let's try again. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Heavens to Betsy. It's telling me to upgrade again. I've already paid, mate. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that on the right hand side. We've already upgraded. Maybe we have to log out and log back in again. But we have definitely upgraded, which is crazy. So this is our current plan. We're on the $20 per month. We've only used 28 minutes out of 120, so we should be able to continue using that. But it's saying the usage limit has been reached, payment is required. It doesn't make any sense. If we refresh the page, have we hit the limit or something like that? Or what's going on here? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, this. So I can't use the agent, even though I've put in my credit card details and upgraded. It's just unusable compared to something like Genspark from what I've seen so far. I mean, maybe it's a really good tool and it's just being buggy at the minute because it's in beta or something like that, which I would totally understand. But from what I can see, it's just not working. Just not working. So let's try this. I'm just going to log out and we'll try logging in again, see if that works. We'll say, can you create a... Let's try that. No, payment required. Okay. Let's try, yeah, I'll try running it in Safari instead. Maybe that'll work. I don't know why people are telling me that you need to go on the higher plan, but I've not even hit the limit on our main plan, right? So if you check the billing here, why would we upgrade to $50 a month when we've not hit the limit for our current usage, right? So if we're paid for 2 hours, why would we upgrade to 6 hours? Heritage doesn't make sense. Why would we upgrade? So let's try this out again on Safari. We'll paste in the prompt. No, usage limit reached. Alright. Well, this is super interesting because I can't seem to downgrade. That doesn't work. I haven't reached the limit, but I can't use this inside the chat. It keeps telling me to upgrade, as you can see right there. It went down for maintenance halfway through the stream. It seems really hard to set up locally. And I actually don't know how to cancel the billing. I don't know. So, I mean, overall thoughts, it's just unusable. I can't use it. I'm sure it's a great tool. I'm sure it would be fun to use in the future. But would I switch from this to something like Manus? Would I switch from Genspark to this? Absolutely not. Right? It's just I can't use it right now, and that is it, my friends. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to all the prompts from today, plus my course on both Manus and Genspark, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. For example, we have a whole tutorial and SOP on using Genspark and getting the best out of it. And also, if you like stuff like this, you probably like Retriever.ai. This is super powerful Chrome plugin. Would definitely recommend. Really powerful stuff. And the final one that I'd recommend is also checking out, where is it now? Manus, and I think that'll be inside March. So if you go to Manus, we actually have a full course on Manus. It's 3 hours long, along with a full SOP, all my best prompts, tips, templates, etc. for using Manus. So if you like super agents and that's what you're into, you want to automate a lot of cool stuff, then just check out the AI Profit Boardroom. I mean, for example, we've even tried, for example, like Open Manus, Owl as well is another one that I tried out. RuCode is super good as well, and also, if you go inside the Genspark section here, you can see some of the stuff we've created it. So if we go inside Genspark, here we go. You can see some of the stuff we've created, like this game, for example. This is a little 3D game we created with Genspark. Additionally, this was a SEO content creator, which is pretty nice. We also have this full website that I created in like one prompt. So if you want to learn how to do that stuff, just check it out inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And it also comes with like weekly Q&A calls. So if you want like to jump on a live call with tons of people just like you who are trying to figure out AI and trying to grow their business and make money online with AI, then you'll really like this community. It's got 650 people that you can just ask questions to, and tons of great stuff inside there. All right. And then in the About section, you can see everything that you get, which is awesome. So you get weekly AI hot seat calls, AI SOPs and templates, direct access to me. You can actually DM me inside the community, the AI Profit Playbook, and also we just constantly add in like new SOPs and new systems inside here. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one. Additionally, if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how to get more customers, leads, and sales with SEO, feel free to get that link in the comments description. You can basically book in a free call and you'll get an SEO custom tailored game plan to generate more customers from Google with SEO based on what's working for all our happy clients, like you can see right here. Right, so feel free to get that link in the comments description, and appreciate you watching.